Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, let's get started and welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, hi, my name is Karen Millers. I'm coming in from the beautiful Gold Coast in Australia. I'm on the eastern seaboard and I'm sort of the Miami, Florida of Australia. And Susan,
I'm from Melbourne. I live right near the city, and I would say we are the cultural and the sporting capital and the event capital of Australia.
yeah. And Melbourne is fabulous. Susan's one of my favorites. And yeah, we live in both live in beautiful places. I'm on the beach. She's yes, I'm surrounded
In the
by culture.
city.
Yeah. So we're here today to share about the Lumi Boost and why we love it. But first of all, just a little bit about us. So as I said before, my name is Karen Millers. I've been lucky enough to be with New Skin for the last 20 years. I was introduced through the business and I quickly rejected it because I didn't think it was for me. In fact, I thought all network marketing was for losers. So that was something that I was never going to do because my background is banking and finance. And so always in corporate. And I thought it was beneath me. What happened, however, was that at the same time that I was introduced to New Skin, the company was talking about launching a thing called the biophotonic scanner. And the biophotonic scanner can measure your antioxidants in 35 seconds. And anyway, I thought that was really interesting. It wasn't 35 seconds back then, it was 3 minutes. But I thought the technology was really interesting. It could be really important for someone like myself because my family history was full of cancer. And I wanted a different story for myself. And so I was always doing things to improve my health. And being able to measure my antioxidants was, I thought, wow, this is really important. And myself, I just thought this could actually save my life and the people that I cared about. That's my opinion, not the company's. So to learn about that technology, the only way I could learn back then, because there was no social media, there was no Zooms, was to attend events. And so I learned about the technology, but at those events, I met people that were quite ordinary people living extraordinary lives, and they were able to create memories with their families, have time with their families to make different choices than what I could in a corporate role. And so over time, my heart and my head opened up to the space. And thankfully, New Skin became part of my life. And that was 20 years ago. I've reached all sorts of different milestones in the company, from go to becoming a team elite and Women Entrepreneur of the Year and a $1 Million Circle member. And I just want to help as many people as I can change lives because that's what New Skin does. And yeah, so that's me. Susan, tell us about you.
Well, first of all, I love working with you. So thank you so much. You've been a great friend and mentor to me for the past 10 years. Can you believe it? So I started New Skin 10 years ago. It was never something that I thought I would be doing. I'd never heard of New Skin. I didn't really know what network marketing was. I didn't have an avid interest in skincare or beauty or supplements, certainly not. I grew up in a house where my dad was a microbiologist, and my dad always told me that there were no supplements that worked, that they were just a waste of money. So what happened to me was I pretty much always owned my own business. So I started a recruitment company when I was 23, and I'm now 56, so that's a long time ago. And it was a very successful company. So it was in different states throughout Australia, turning over quite a significant revenue every year. But what happened was about 11 years ago now, maybe 12, I went through a marriage breakdown. And at that point in time, my husband was working in my business with me. And even though it wasn't a terrible breakdown, there wasn't a lot of animosity, I still couldn't see how we could work together. So I walked away from the business, and I actually walked away from all of the money that the business generated as well. So I needed to find a way to make money. One of my friends had started with New Skin. Her husband's a dentist. They work in facial aesthetics. And I trusted her. So I was open to what she was saying to me. I went over to her house. I tried the products and I thought, oh, if these work, there's going to be a huge market for it. So I bought a business in a box, lots of products, including the supplements, which I was very skeptical about, but I experienced some quite significant changes. And once that had happened, and once I got my head around what network marketing was all about, I just took off from there. And I love it. Every day is a fantastic day.
We're so lucky and so lucky to work together. Thank you so much, Susan. So let's get started. Let's talk about two of our favorite devices. All the devices are my favorite, I have to say. And I'm going to share my screen and let me just do that and we'll get started. Okay.
Yep, I can see it.
Great. Cool, cool. That's good. And here we are, armed with our power tools, our facial power tools. So let's talk about the LumiSpa first. So our faces, whether you're 8 years old or 80 years old, we want to have healthy skin. Everybody wants to have healthy skin, and the technology that's behind the LumiSpa with the micro pulse oscillation, try saying that when you've had a few champagnes, helps our skin to be able to be at its best. The science is showing that when we use the device on our face, not only does it work with cleaning the skin, but it literally is getting our cells to exercise. It's like doing your 10,000 steps for your cells. And because when you do that, you're creating more collagen, your cells are more active, and they're doing so much more than just getting around, hanging around. They actually get in unison with each other and they work even better. So the technology is really, really unique. Not only is it pumping your pores clean, but actually helping that skin renewal. Over 12-week studies, and the company has done all clinical trials on all of our products. And these are outside clinical trials. These are not just done in-house. They do a lot of trials outside so that we've got all the papers that are necessary. The LumiSpa help is 2 minutes twice a day. It's waterproof. It's got a silicone head that's embedded in silver, so bacteria can't stick to it. So it's really, really clean, which is really important when we're putting stuff on our face. It helps the skin with improvements in softness all the way through to radiance. It's called the LumiSpa because it makes your skin more luminous. Pore size, big concern for myself personally. I used to have really big pores. And of course, what happens with pollutions, if you're living in a city, over time, your pores become clogged and they become larger. And also, we get pimples and all sorts of things. So lots and lots of benefits for the LumiSpa. Susan, this is, I remember meeting you at 44 and thinking, look, she's got pretty good skin. But then now your skin just keeps improving and improving. Look at your skin. Look at you glow, girl.
Thank you. And I'm 6 years older than that now. I really need to do an updated photo. And like how much I love the science of the devices. I'm really interested in all of that. And I love the slide you just showed before about the counter oscillation motion. So for those of you who haven't seen it before, when you turn on the LumiSpa, see how it's got the two circles? Well, you have to watch really closely because it speeds up quickly, but they move in opposite directions. So that's called a counter oscillating motion, and it goes at a very specific frequency. So it goes at 15 hertz, and that is clinically proven to stimulate the production of collagen in the skin. And the slide that Kaen showed was showing that instead of the cells sort of being all a bit haphazard and all over the place, not knowing what they're doing, once you use the LumiSpa, they all line up like they're in, a military formation, all doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So good little cells behaving well. I never miss my LumiSpa treatment, morning and night. Pretty much everyone in my house uses one. I think there's 6 LumiSpas in this house. There are 6 people here, and we don't want to have to fight over them. So yeah, fantastic. And the other thing, I don't know if you will be able to see it, and we haven't spoken about the treatment heads yet, but I don't know, it's a little bit tricky to see, but I've got an old treatment head and a new treatment head. And it's really, really important that you change your treatment head depending on how often you use your Lumi Spa, but about every 3 months if you're using it twice a day. And you will definitely know you need to change it if it starts sort of being really loose on the device. So that's showing you that it needs to go. But yeah, it's hard to see, but the difference between these two is actually quite significant. So yeah, and I change mine about every 3 or 4 months, just depending. But it's important to change it. And I don't know if there's a slide on the treatment heads, but do you want to talk us through the different ones, Karen? Because I don't know if you've seen this one before, guys. This is the gentle treatment head. I call it the octopus treatment head because it's got all the little sucky things on it. That's the
I've
one
got
that I
the
love to use.
normal.
You've got the
I've got
normal.
the normal.
Yep.
No, I don't have a slide on the heads. Um, but I actually put a little alert in my phone every time I change my treatment head for 3 months' time, because otherwise I forget. I forget how, time goes so fast. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
I'm not like totally technologically savvy. I'm not sure whether the Vera app might tell us that now. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, put it in the
over
chat. But
time. So I'm not quite sure either. And I forgot to bring my
yeah.
cleanser out. So the cleansers are important too. And we've got
Mm.
5 different cleansers. So what one have you
I've
got
got the
there?
sensitive here. The
Okay,
sensitive one is
so
the one I use.
yes.
And
So I change between the normal and the
then,
acne. And I don't have
mm.
acne, but because I have olive skin, my skin can get a bit dull. And
Mhm.
so I really like the acne one because it actually helps my skin to become even more luminous with the Lumi Spa. But
I like it too.
we've also, so we've got the normal, we've got the acne, we've got the sensitive, we've got the acne, and we've
The
got
oily
oily. So that's
and the
5.
dry.
Oh, dry. Have we got 6?
No, you just said the same one
Said one
twice.
twice.
That's
I'm good
okay. So
like
there's 5. And it is
so.
actually really important that you use the cleanser with your Lumi Spa. So don't use any other cleanser. So these have been specifically designed to give you the right slip and grip between the treatment head and your skin. So you don't want the Lumi Spa dragging on your skin. You want the right slip and grip. One of our friends described it as wearing the correct shoes to the gym. She said, you wouldn't go to the gym in your thongs and expect to not get a bad back. So having the right equipment is really, really important. And the other thing, of course, is it's an age lock formula in the cleansers, and there's nothing quite like that. Karen, do you want to explain what age lock is?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So age lock in your age. Every name New Skin gives something has got a story behind it. So New Skin is nutrition for your skin. Pharmanex is the next generation of pharmaceuticals. And age lock is lock in your age. And I'm really happy about that. Just turned 60. And I love that at 60, I look younger than I did at 38 when I started with New Skin. And the reason why is because products like age lock. So what age lock does is keep your skin, or whatever product that we're using in that age lock range, keep it acting like it's younger. So the technology came about through the study of identical twins. Most of us will have seen identical twins in our life, that they look exactly the same when they're born. But with the twin study, they've been seeing twins age differently as they get older. And so it wasn't just what their parents gave them or what God gave them, but what they exposed their bodies to. And we know, like I live at the beach. If somebody walked out and across the road here, I can look at the ocean from where I'm sitting, and went and sat on the beach for 12 months and ate bad food and drank and smoked and maybe took party drugs, and then came back inside after 12 months, that they would look older. The sun
Oh,
turns on
yeah.
and gene, all of those things affect our expression. And so if you expose your body to bad things, we know you're going to age faster. So, but what if you expose your body to good things? Of course, you're going to slow the aging process. And of course, with New Skin science, the improvements in technology, we can now look at genes under a heat map and see how they're expressing. Our genes don't
Amazing.
change as we age, but the expression of them does. So we're keeping our genes expressing at more youthful patterns.
Yeah, so interesting. I was reading recently about oxidative stress. in our bodies. And, like we're talking about the biophotonic scanner and the prism coming out, it's new technology that's coming out soon, everyone, just if you haven't heard of it. But with oxidative stress, it's things like what Karen was talking about, the sun, pollution, smoking, alcohol, poor nutrition, stress, lack of sleep. All of that produces free radicals in our body, and those free radicals cause this oxidative stress. And so the free radicals, what they do, they're missing an electron. So they run around your body and they're like, give me an electron. So they go to a healthy cell and they steal an electron. And of course, then they're fine, but then this cell isn't fine. And so it's now a free radical and it's running around the body trying to find an electron to make itself whole again. And that whole process of them continually scavenging around is called oxidative stress. So we want to minimize that as much as possible. And that's what Karen's talking about with Age Lock, anti-aging at its best. It's our premium brand. If you see anything with Age Lock, you know that it is the world's best. There's nothing better than this.
I'm just muting people here. So
that's okay.
So should we do one?
Yeah, let's do one.
I'm gonna have to run and get my cleanser.
Your moisture mist? Yeah. No, that's okay. That's
So
all right. I'll just talk away.
Yes, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so as Karen was saying, it's waterproof. So I usually do mine in the shower, so my face would be wet. If I was doing a demonstration on someone, I would spray some of our beautiful moisture mist on them. And so then what I do is I wet the treatment head. So I've got a bowl of water on my kitchen bench here. And then I put the cleanser directly onto the treatment head. As I was saying earlier, there's 2 circles, so enough cleanser to fill the center circle. I'll do a little bit less only because I'm just doing half a face. And then you dab the cleanser on the areas of your face that you're going to cleanse. I always do my neck as well, often the whole décolletage area. I love to get a lymphatic drainage at the same time. And then you turn it on and it goes for 2 minutes. It pauses every 30 seconds. And maybe Karen will do a lymphatic. We may as well. Do you want to talk
Might
us
as
through?
well.
Yeah, so start under the chin.
Yep.
Okay, if you could talk us through it, that would be great. All right,
okay.
We're
going to go up and behind the ear. And it's good. I always try and do everything like 5 times. And the tricky part is not to move too fast. Okay. Sorry, if I can
that's all right.
Well, there we go. Oh, hang on, Susan, I've muted you.
That's okay, I'm back. Fine.
Okay.
All right, so up along the jawline, behind the ear. We need you guys to mute yourselves, please. Or Lily, if you could help. Okay, and then I call it the letter C, the big letter C around this whole area of the face along the hairline. That's really good for stimulating the lymphatic system. And then a smaller letter C from above my lip, again, around onto the forehead. So I would do 8 times. Karen would do 5. I don't know why we chose those numbers. I like 8. And then an even smaller letter C from underneath the eye. And again, up to the same area.
Did you know that we have around 900 lymphatic nodes in our body, and 300 of them are above our collarbone?
Wow.
And so, the Lumi Spa and the Galvanic Spa and the Boost, all really good for moving your lymphatics, and the Well Spa. If we want to, the other thing that this device does is get rid of all that puffiness. And so bags under the eyes, jowls that flap around on a windy day, turkey necks, all that sort of stuff. So we're getting rid of all of that as well. So it just does so much more than cleansing your face. So if someone says, oh, it's just an expensive cleanser, it is. No. It's not. It is.
It's so much more. And that's why it's #1 in the world, right? And it has been now for 8 years. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Okay, so then if I was in the shower, I'd just wash it off. and then I would then move on to, well, depending on what I'm doing, but I would tone and then I would move on to the treatment part of my skincare routine.
Are
Yeah,
you
you've got,
loving this?
I am loving this.
This is such a good product. I could feel the difference on my skin from day one. So I just put a couple of drops on my hand and then I warm it around my face. We're going to have to do our other side after we finish here. Because otherwise
Good
I'm going to
idea. Good idea.
the other side and just I'm loving it. I haven't learned anything about this product yet, but
Me neither, but I do
it
love it.
feels really good.
Yeah, it
If
does.
you, if you
It
have
really
got
does.
that in your market, and I'm sure you guys do in the US, you want this thing. Okay, now, shall we go back to my slides? Because I've got some more information to share, Susan.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
Okay, so, okay, we've done this. Okay, beautiful, Susan. Okay, now we're going to go to the boost. Now, the boost is such an easy device to use, simple, painless. It's super messy. 2 minutes every day, a minute on one side, a minute on the other side. I actually do another minute on my neck. And it helps with reducing fine lines and wrinkles. It firms up your skin, helps with muscle tone, tightens pores, and increases that cellular activity, which helps keep our pores, our skin young. And it uses a biphasic random pulse microcurrent. Now, Susan, this is one of your slides, so you might want to talk us through that.
Yeah, of course. So I love the boost because it's quick and easy, it's safe, it's painless, it gives you a salon grade treatment. You can do it at home anytime you want. It's like a non-invasive facelift, or some people would say an alternative to Botox, and at least it's healthy as well, which is
Mm.
fantastic. When you get your boost, it comes with this little silicone cover for the treatment head. Easy to lose. Try not to lose it because it's a really great way of protecting the treatment head in between treatments. Just keeps it safe from dust and dirt and bacteria and so on. Okay, so the biphasic random pulsed or modulated pulsed microcurrent. Um, the three different aspects to that. So biphasic means that the pulse alternates between positive and negative, and it creates like this back and forth flow of the electrical current. And what that does is it stimulates the skin very evenly. It reduces the chances of any overstimulation from the electrical current, and it mimics our natural electrical currents in our body. And the modulated pulse just means that it's varying in intensity and timing. So there's short bursts. And they go for different times, and that's sort of like giving your skin a bit of a workout. It doesn't know what to expect, so it doesn't get used to a particular length of current or type of current. It keeps the skin guessing, so keeps the muscles moving, keeps it working. And then with the microcurrent, it's a very low level electrical current. It stimulates the skin and it boosts something in our skin called ATP. So ATP, the technical word for that is adenosine triphosphate. And adenosine triphosphate is like the energy within our cells. And when that is working at an optimal level, it enhances the nutrient delivery to our skin. And also, so what happens is the penetration of our products, so the serum that we use with the boost, but also any products we use afterwards, we get greater penetration. So it just means that the skincare products we're using can move past the outer layer of the skin, or our stratum corneum. So it's about the depth of penetration that you get from using this microcurrent. And then with the nutrient delivery, that is what happens after the penetration of the product. So it's about how the active ingredients in the products are actually taken up and used by your skin cells. So overall, you use the boost with a serum, which we'll talk about in a minute. But what it does overall, it boosts our cellular turnover. So our skin always is naturally shredding or shedding dead skin cells. And what that means is our fresh, healthy cells can come to the surface. And that is what gives our skin a glow. And if you think about babies, so babies, their skin is smooth and it's plump and it's always glowing. Well, their cell turnover is very quick. It's about 3 to 5 days. But by the time we're 30, the cellular turnover has slowed down quite significantly. And by the time we're in our 50s, it's actually around 60 to 90 days for cellular turnover. And that's why you see people with, sort of dull skin because there's a build-up of dead skin cells and they have more pigmentation and a rougher texture. So using the boost with the serum makes a significant difference to your cellular turnover, which is a bit of the science behind it. And I'm a bit of a science geek, as Karen knows.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you know all the big names because I'll never remember them ever.
And you don't have to.
So, but I love the clinical trials. I love the numbers. The numbers are my thing. And the company, again, all clinical trials done, all our products. This was a self-assessment one uh, and done over 12 weeks. And the statistics show that it's so many improvements visibly. I've never actually dropped my face to know that if it's bounces better or not. I don't know about you, Susan. Um, I've fallen on my face a lot,
Yeah.
but I've never really actually bounced.
Mm,
But plumpness, and the thing is, we need the plumpness in our skin because that's where young skin is plump, it's hydrated, and of course the boost. One of the great things about the boost, it's great for hydrating the skin because of all the different types of hyaluronic acid that's in there. But the
mm,
brightness, the smoothness, the firmness, and the softness, and what you're saying about that cellular turnover from a baby to an aging adult, um,
mm.
very, 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 very obvious to me. I have little grandbabies, and I'm holding them, and then I look at my skin and I go, oh my goodness, their skin is so healthy compared to mine.
Mm, mm.
So the four week results are incredible, from evenness, radiance, firmness, hydration. I have had a few people say to me that they actually don't rate the boost because they can't feel anything. They think I have to have some pain for something to work, but it is working without any pain, and I think that is even better. And some of the results that we see. This is Michael. He's from the Gold Coast here. Um, the differences in his skin, that's using the Lumi and the Boost, just incredible. His skin looks so much healthier. He's a huge um, fan of, what is it when you karaoke? And yeah, so he's looking really good on the karaoke stage these days. This is my gorgeous daughter, Madison. This is just before she was getting married. She was 26 years old, and you can see she's just on this one side of her face. The eyebrow is sitting higher, the eye is more open, the skin is just looks better. And that was
Mm.
one treatment. And she, doing that herself in the bathroom, just, she was very excited to send that to me and go, Mum, I'm doing this every day before the wedding. So, and she, of course, looked gorgeous. There's the blend, the goodies in the serum help with lightening and brightening the skin. And so this is the beautiful Emma. One of the ingredients is sea daffodil, and it helps with the melanin transference to the skin. So it helps with dark spots, it reduces dark circles, and certainly helps with inflammation as well. And you can see Emma's young and gorgeous, and she's even younger and gorgeous in
Mm,
those photos. Uh,
mm.
Now, we were talking about the different types of hyaluronic acid in there. Did you want to quickly talk about that, and what's the point of having different hyaluronic acids in there, Susan?
Yeah, good question because hyaluronic acid is a bit of a buzzword in skincare. I'm sure most of you have heard of it before. So, what hyaluronic acid does is it attracts and binds moisture to the skin, and it plays a really, really important role in the aging of our skin because of its ability to to bind and retain water molecules. And ours has actually got three different types of hyaluronic in it, this serum. And that's our hydrating and plumping blend that contains these. And the reason that there are different types of hyaluronic is that each of them has a different molecular weight. And the molecular weight impacts the penetration into the skin. So, as you can imagine, the small molecules are very quickly absorbed and they go straight down deep into the skin because of the microcurrent, and they're hydrating from within very, very quickly. So, quick hydration. The medium sized molecules also penetrate fairly quickly, but at a slower rate. And so they have that longer lasting hydration from within. And the large molecules, some people think, well, why would we want a hyaluronic that just doesn't, get absorbed and sits on the surface of the skin? But the reason for it is that what it does, it helps to keep the moisture within your skin. So it's still attracting moisture both from the environment but also from within, and it helping to improve the skin barrier and providing you with extended hydration. So that's why it's such an amazing plumping blend. The microcurrent delivers these ingredients into our skin.
And no wonder why our skin feels so good when you hear all of that.
Yes.
Um, so here's another gorgeous girl, happens to be my niece. This is Ashley. And you can see that's just 1 minute on one side of the face. And Ashley was about 30 years old there where she's done that. Look at these results. It's just incredible.
It is incredible.
1 minute on pretty damn good skin anyway, and still a result. And again, moving that puffiness away. Discoloration, there's some goodies in there, the caviar lime extract, which is native to Australia. It helps turn over that cellular turnover, and helps with pigmentation, acne, uneven skin tone, oiliness, all that sort of stuff. This is Alison McMillan. She happens to be our upline. And Alison is a huge horsey girl. She's been competed in equestrians and all that sort of stuff all her life, and spends a lot of time out in the Australian sun, which is extremely harsh. We have the worst sun in the world. In fact, we've got that hole over the on the ozone layer that hovers above us in New Zealand, and so the sun here can be very, very damaging. And you can see the damage on Alison's face. Well, that is less than 2 months, those results. She's used it twice a day, every day during that time. She's also used her Lumi Spa and her Galvanic Spa, but she was using those anyway, and these are the results that the boost has given. So pretty incredible. And of course, when you've got the secret sauce of all of these blends together, all these amazing goodies together, we just get healthier skin. And we see it over and over again. Now, these are my personal results. And so the Lumi Spa came out. Of course, I've been using that since it came out. The Boost came out. And I know in America you don't have the Boost, but a lot of the other markets do. And then a year later than that, the Beauty Focus Collagen came out. And these are my results from left to right of adding the Boost and the collagen over 12 months. And I'm really, really happy with those results. That nasal fold, I think it's bad, but when I look back then it was worse, and I'm getting older and yet my skin is getting younger. And that's the power of age lock. And that's what we've got in our hot little hands that nobody else has. And so if you are new to this technology, certainly take your time and use the products as recommended, because you will get results. Everybody does. And take photos, because you can't really tell the difference if you're just looking at your face all the time. So let's go do the boost. And I think we're starting to run out of time. Oh, you've already started, Susan.
I thought I better get started. So when you use the boost, one of the things to notice is that I'll just hold up the treatment head. Hang on, I'll turn it off. See how there's like a blue ring there? And we were talking earlier about how the boost swaps between a positive and a negative current. So that blue ring is defining the two different sections of the treatment head that are positive and negative. So it's really important when you put the serum onto the head that it is distributed all over the head, not just in the middle. So you put the serum on, you dab it on your face, and that means that it's distributed all over the treatment head. And you swipe up to turn the boost on, you swipe up again to put it into treatment mode, and you'll hear it kind of go zzz, 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 sort of like pulsating. Yes, you could dance to it, definitely. Maybe we should. We should have had our classical music on, shouldn't we? Da 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 da. So, yeah, same sort of motion that we were using before, always an upwards and outwards motion. You always want to be moving your skin upwards, not dragging it downwards. Goes for 1 minute, it pauses, then you need to put more serum on. I suggest 3 squirts of the serum, just depends on your skin. But every product, as most of you know, is designed to last a month. So I find 3 squirts on each side, that lasts me a month.
And it just feels good, and not to go too fast,
Yes.
because the thing is, you're wanting your skin to get the benefits of the current
Yes.
and the product. So just take your time. I go right around my eye bone and then go up,
Yeah. It's a
and that,
great shape that you can do that. And the current is
yes.
fine to go right up to the lash line.
And it's really good for your lips too. Makes your lips more kissable. I've got to find someone to kiss beside my grandchildren.
And so then when you finished, the boost is not completely waterproof in the same way that the Lumi Spa is. You can run the head under the tap, which is what I do. And then you've got to be careful because it's got all these little grooves in it. So you want to make sure you clean the grooves. And Karen's got a tip for that, I know.
So I just went and bought a baby's toothbrush. I have babies in my life, and it's really soft. And so I just use the baby's toothbrush in it, and it gets into all the little grooves and keeps my boost hygienically clean.
Yeah, perfect. And because a lot of people, I think, miss that you've got to clean in here as
Oh
well,
yeah. Mm.
because the product can build up in there quite easily. So yeah, that's a really good tip. Yeah,
And
and so that's
for
it.
pairing these devices with your collagen. So this is the American collagen
Yes, yeah.
stuff, and this is the Australian
Mm-hmm.
sort of powder. This is going to make such a big difference when you're using the Lumi and the Boost as well, and not just for your skin, for every soft tissue you have in your body, and from your skin, your nails, your hair, your gums, your tummy lining, your muscles, your ligaments, your nerve
Yeah.
endings, everything needs collagen. So this isn't just for the girls, for the guys too. And did you know, Susan, by the time you're 40, oh, that's Tim's.
So we're saying not just for the girls. Yeah, this is Tim's collagen. Shh.
Okay. So did you know, Susan, that
Mm.
time you're 40, you lost a kilo of collagen?
Wow, that's a lot.
By the time you're 60, you've lost 2 kilos of collagen and your bum
Mm.
start hanging in the back of your knees. So
Mm.
it's not a
Yeah.
pretty sight. So collagen is really a really powerful partner with these amazing products. So I think we need to do all three.
Yeah,
Plus,
me too.
don't forget, you have to use the right cleanser for your
Mm-hmm.
skin. Do not use something else because you don't want to be the Lumi Spa to be dragging over your skin. You want it to be able to work the way it's supposed to. And then the boost or the one of the pumps, the collagen vitamin C pump, you can also use with your boost. So I think that's it. Have we missed anything?
No,
Susan's
that's it. See if
Susan
anyone's
picks up all the things I forget to talk about.
vice versa. We're a good team. See,
We are a good
champions.
team.
Champions. Uh,
Have
and
we got
well,
any questions
should we be
before
taking a photo?
we should be taking a photo? Has anybody got any questions for us or anything they'd
No,
like to add that we've missed?
no questions I can see. But
Okay.
we need to be, what do we need to? We need people to put their videos on if they can. The camera's on, that would be great.
And let's take a picture.
Yeah,
I didn't take any
definitely.
pictures. I was too busy muting people. So
Just trying to see if I can. Okay, let's see.
someone's asking, do we use microneedling too? No.
No, I personally don't.
No, I don't see the point when we've got devices like this to get our product goodies down into the deeper layers of the skin.
My opinion on microneedling is, just if anyone's interested in my opinion, it's all about damage and repair. And I feel that we've moved past that. I don't think we need to damage our skin in order for it to repair itself. But that's what microneedling is about. It's about stimulating collagen production through the skin going, oh my God, I'm damaged. I have to repair myself. And I don't think we need that with these devices. That's my opinion. All right. Can everyone put their video on?
And if you've got your boost or your Lumi Spa, we'd love to see it, or your collagen. Nobody?
Okay.
Maybe just us.
Might be just us. Okay, smile. Thank you. All right. Well, it was so lovely to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Karen. You're always amazing to work with.
I think, and you too, Susan, well, somebody has asked a question that I just can't, I need
What
to.
did you say about collagen loss, the weights in kilos?
By the time you're 40, you've lost a kilo. By the time you're 60, you've lost 2 kilos. That's a metric for, sorry, Americans. I don't know how much that is in pounds.
No, me neither.
Someone might be able to, yeah, someone might be able to add why that is, how much that is. Yes. Okay, we're done.
Well, that was so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Your wealth of information.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you.